sure she's not let down. Looking through the trees where the rooftops bounce, she asked me if I want and don't know how I can be your honey. Brushing her blue hair, spiked lemonade in a warm breeze, crossing her arms as she makes a toast to the day we dangled at our feet off the fire escape. She asked me if I wanna know no ways I can be your honey. I've always questioned if I find devotion or something which to believe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Indian River Theater of the Performing Arts. Before we begin, please take note of the emergency exits located in the front and rear of the theater. Please remember to silence all cell phones and other electronic devices, and refrain from the use of any flash photography. Please keep all aisles clear of strollers and bags once we begin. On behalf of the theater and music departments and the custodial staff here at Indian River, we thank you for neither eating nor drinking in the theater. Now please sit back, relax, and enjoy the ceremony.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending tonight's celebration. Before we get started with the celebration, I'd like to take a few minutes to remember one of our fellow spring athletes, Jordan Drake. As all of you know, Jordan passed away just 2 weeks ago, and in memory of him, please join me for a 52-second moment of silence. Thank you. Jordan was part of our IRCSD athletics team. He was on the football team. He participated in track and field, and this season he dedicated himself to join the golf team. Behind me I have Caesar and Anna, who wanted to share some words about Jordan and his impact on all of us, but through the golf team. So we'll call them up and they'll share with us.
Hello, my name is Anna Kerno. I wish I was here to tell you about how wonderful the season was, but as true as that is not the case. Jordan Drake, a fellow teammate, my dear friend, and a friend to all, has recently passed. This loss has impacted everyone you see in this room and more. Some may have known him well, while some may have not, but no matter how close you were to him, he was always capable of making you laugh. Jordan has the most personality I have ever seen in a person, and a smile that just brought everyone around him a smile to their faces, no matter what mood you were in. His life, love, and joy made everyone a better person every chance someone got to talk to him, no matter if it was a short conversation or hours long. Every memory I have with him is one I will hold close to my heart. I will cherish them. If you asked him if he enjoyed playing golf, he'd probably tell you he hated it and that he just wanted to make his grandpa proud. But boy, did he love to skip practice to go to the weight room. Except on leg day he did choose golf. When I got the call that he had passed, time stopped and I dropped to the floor. I kept asking God why him? Then I realized the crying and the questioning and the needing of answers was not what Jordan would have wanted. He would have told me and everyone to get up and move on and grow from this challenge, and to know he is always there cheering us on. Jordan was so loved by everyone, his family, friends, and community. We all have came together, grieved together, and fought together. He made each and every one of us stronger, made us all realize to hold our loved ones a little tighter. He taught us to live like JD. As for me, I will always miss him, and I know that is the same for many of you out there. May his beautiful soul rest peacefully. Thank you.
Go ahead and fix this. Good evening, Indian River. Going to keep this short and sweet because I know these banquets usually aren't. Today I was brought up here to share some memories involving Jordan, which through golf, but for being transparent with each other, Jordan didn't really like golf. Would find any way to skip it. I remember sitting in car rides on the way to school, and we'd try to find ways to tell Coach that he left his clubs at home. They ended up not being at home. They were in the school somewhere. The kid ended up actually being really good at golf, though, but would always complain about having to play, even though he'd put points up for the team. I mean, I complained, but I was also putting up 90 points, which, if you know, is actually terrible for golf. Getting into some of the memories, though, me and Jordan never really took golf as seriously as we should have. I remember first game at South Jeff, we tried to convince the kids that I was all-state defensive tackle Bruce Shawcross, and he was Mike linebacker Cameron William Patterson, which they do have the same height, but I wouldn't say Jordan really looked like Cameron. If you know Cameron, you know why. And it also turns out that our names were on the scorecard, so we did not get away with that. We thought we were being really slick with that. One other memory, Coach might not like this one. I remember it was a rainy day, had practice. Nobody wanted to go to practice. It was way too late to tell Coach that we weren't going to be there. So me, Jordan, Dave McCraney, Tyler Allen, and Camden Cook decided to pull off a plan to sneak out of school and go to Dollar General. Plan worked off really well. We snuck through a back door in the locker room, but Jordan, being Jordan, took passenger in the car and decided to have three of the biggest dudes that he knows sit all backseat in Dave McCraney's Subaru. Didn't go too well. I couldn't even buckle my seatbelt, but nobody was moving in that back seat, so it was fine. Felt all those turns that day. But that's the type of person that Jordan was. He would, have fun with all of us. He did golf for me, didn't like golf. Was really upset when he found out that we weren't going to be golfing together, but he was really good at it, even had shoes for some reason. Did know they made those. But Jordan did care deeply about his friends, would be there no matter what. I mean, he did switch sports for me, had a good time with everyone that was there. And that's just who he was. And I'm going to say I'm going to miss Jordan, and I love Jordan. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you so much. They did a great job of capturing some great thoughts and good moments. We all know that Jordan would have been here tonight smiling and enjoying the time with all of us. So in that spirit, let's move on and celebrate a great spring season. Usually at this time, I go into a bunch of thank yous to a lot of people. But tonight, I'd like to do things a little different. Tonight, I'd like to turn attention to the reason we are here, and that's our student athletes. Of course, we appreciate all the coaches and parents and administrators and staff and everyone else that helped this season happen tonight, so thank you to all of them. Let's just give all those people a quick applause. I got to take off my glasses. Usually you put them on to read, but I got these progressives. I don't know how to deal with them. I can see all of you better. I don't know if that's a good thing, but Coach Conley, I can right up front here. So, athletes, it's my great honor to stand up here and celebrate with you. All of you took the chance way back in February and signed up for a spring sport. Many of you did this when you were very much involved in a winter sport. I think of our wrestlers, some of them that went to states, our girls basketball players, and our indoor track athletes that competed well into March, and then turn around and started spring sports right after, for many of you, maybe 2 days later. For about a third of you, you entered the spring after having 2 seasons under your belt and making you part of the Indian River elite as 3-sport athletes. How many of you here are a 3-sport athlete? So if you look around the room, there they are, the elite. Now, I want to take this a step further. How many of you in the room have been 3-sport athletes for all 4 years that they were offered? We have, I think, when you guys were freshmen, some of you didn't get the chance to play JV. So how many of you played 3 sports for all 4 years? So I don't see anybody, including if you couldn't play. There's 1, there's 2, there's a few more. That didn't work out as good as I thought. But wow, I have no doubt that all of you will be prepared for the future. You have demonstrated the commitment that is many times hard to find nowadays. So our future is bright with the athletes in this room with that type of commitment. This spring season had many ups and downs. You had to endure being outside and then inside and then outside and then inside. And then finally we got outside and it snowed and rained, and then all of a sudden it was hot. You celebrated wins, you endured tough losses, had personal bests, sometimes went through slumps. You had some great times and some of the worst together. You demonstrated class through winning and losing, working hard every contest until the end, no matter the outcome. Sticking together when things got tough, all strengthened your character. This character will be something you can carry on for the rest of your lives. Remember spring of 2024, whenever you face difficult times and decisions, you are certainly prepared for that. This kind of sounds like a graduation speech, but I never got to do that because I'm not a valedictorian. But as someone who is able to finish a long day, for me, as someone who is able to finish a long day and walk out of my office and see Indian River athletes in action every day, I am truly blessed. It didn't matter how my day went. As soon as I saw all of you interacting, smiling, sharing, getting ready for practice or contacts, that made me smile too. When I stepped outside and I saw many of you practicing hard with focus and enthusiasm, that was a great reward. To see you develop bonds and care for each other as teammates was inspiring, and it was awesome to see you grow and realize how much you have improved throughout the season. You learned how to build confidence in yourself and confidence in your teammates. Carry this confidence with you in the months and years ahead. Commitment, character, confidence, 2024. As your athletic director, I join your coaches, IR staff, your parents, and the Indian River community with congratulations on your accomplishments. You may not hear it a lot, but we are proud that you have represented us this spring and know that you will represent us well in the future. Thank you. All right, let's get into why we are all here. As we move into the wards, we're going to focus a lot on the varsity teams like we do each of these seasons, but we want to make sure we're including our JV teams too. So I am going to say some words, talk about an award, some students that accomplished some academic awards, and then we'll go on. So the first team, if we can have them stand up, is our JV girls lacrosse team, led by Coach Kempney and Coach Heath. The girls played as a team all season long, thinking of their teammates throughout every practice and encouraged each other throughout some frustrating moments. Towards the end of the season, though, the girls realized how hard and capable they are. They began pushing each other in practice and working hard every day, learning how to communicate and play as a team. That led to back-to-back wins to finish the season strong. Great job, girls. So the other thing I would like to say is we will talk about Scholar Athlete Award a little bit later, but any team that gets 90 or above at the varsity level gets a state award for Scholar Athlete. At Indian River, we do it for the JV level because we think it's important too. So our JV girls lacrosse team had 11 players make that list and had a 94.83 average. So I just want to call their names real quick of who made that. Haley Alt, Katie Bleem, Logan Brigham, Jayla Buckley, Alina Bush, Haley Call, McKenna Davis, Allison Heath, Ella Priestley, Sophie Walsh, and Reese Widrick, all Scholar athletes with a 90 or above average during the fourth quarter. The second team we'd like to recognize is the JV softball team led by Coach Sidmore. So where are they at? JV softball, stand up. The JV girls softball team had fun, worked hard, and improved a little bit every game. We had a couple players who had to play new positions if teammates were injured or sick, and they did their best. They are looking forward to Summer League and continue the growth next spring. Way to go, girls. Now, our JV softball team finished just under that 90 as a team with an 89.68, but we had 6 students make a 90 or better. So that's Taylor Bigelow, Jordan Curtis, Angelia Kenzior, Kazuko Kehoda, Taylor Farrow, and Brianna Swedler. Next, our boys JV lacrosse team led by Coach Cesario and Coach Levantra. Stand up. There they are. And you see, they were small in numbers, but very dedicated. I think they started with 9 at practices, and that grew to 13, and it took everyone to be able to play. They played close games with General Brown and Carthage, with the second General Brown game going to overtime with a huge goal with 3.8 seconds left to take that game into overtime. Josiah Salsa Askernes, he jumped in goal for the first time in the season and did a really awesome job, because it's hard to play goalie, especially if you pick it up for the first time, and he had 78 saves this season. Even though they didn't win games, they showed huge progress and are poised to make a difference in the future. Nice work, guys. JV boys lacrosse had an 87.29 average and 6 students with a Scholar Athlete 90. That's Josiah Askernes, Logan Filtkins, Gavin Hunter, Sam Morgan, Shane Motes, and Jeffrey Weatherwax. Now, last but not least is our JV baseball team, led by Coach Everett. Oh, there they are, right over there. They went to extra innings 3 times this season and fought every game. They also grew a lot throughout the season. They stuck together and will contribute next year. Great job, guys. JV baseball had an 86.55 average with 2 students qualifying for that Scholar Athlete, A.J. Thomas and Jeremy Wright. All right, so now we're going to announce the JV Heart of a Champion. The Indian River Athletic Booster Club gives out the Heart of Champion Award, so they donate these T-shirts, and this is the award that they sponsor, and they've done it for years. They recognize a team member who stood out for their character. Coaches select an athlete who is a great teammate, goes above and beyond every day, shows dedication, perseverance, and most times is the unsung hero. They truly exemplify what it means to be a warrior. All right, found it. That's why I have Kara here with me. JV Heart of a Champion winners. I'm going to call every one of you. You can come up and we'll get you your T-shirt. JV Boys Baseball, A.J. Thomas. JV Boys Lacrosse, Josiah Askernes. JV Girls Lacrosse, Reese Widrick. JV Softball, Taylor Bigelow. All right, JV Heart of the Champion winners. Thank you. All right. At this time, we're going to recognize our spring varsity teams. We're going to call each team up to the stage. If you're on this side of the theater, you're going to walk up these stairs. If you're on that side, you walk up the other side. When the teams come up, we're going to hear from selected athletes who will tell us about their season. We'll announce Scholar Athlete winners. That was in the package, right? Which you already got your certificate in the package, but in your packets. But we want to make sure we recognize you. We're going to be announcing team MVPs as selected by the coaches, and the Athletic Achievement Award, which recognizes senior athletes that made the commitment to play every season in high school. We also will be doing the IR ABC Heart of a Champion Award, and then to round out things, we will announce athletes that were all-stars. So the first team that we have coming up is the boys baseball team.
Got a beat up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of shoes. You know, I think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch 'em all. A moment in the sun.
Boys baseball will have Connor Bigelow, Jack France, and Jimmy Huffman presenting.
Hi, I'm Connor Bigelow. I'm one of the coaches, and we would like to thank our coach Kenyon and our assistant coach Arms, all the parents and students who came to the games and supported us, and the athletic department.
Hello, guys. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm Jack Franz. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right. So thank you guys for coming tonight. But some memorable moments we had this year were on senior night. We didn't really have one. We played each other because team didn't show up. We didn't show up. I'm not sure, but we made the best out of it. Grayson, if you don't know what sorting means, he struck out Dylan. That was pretty funny. Adonis getting hit in the head about 300 times by a baseball. That was sad. And my favorite, when Tegan told me that he didn't say anything to the ump and then got thrown out the next inning. Sad thing. We didn't have a great season, I'll be honest with you, but we had a lot of strengths. We're super young, and I think we have 2 seniors, right? Yeah, 2. Okay. Our outfield was very good. We had little errors. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Bartlett. Thank you, guys. Our pitching was amazing. RJ, great sidearms. Love to see it. But, yeah, we battled through many games, and we showed resilience for a super young team, so thank you, guys.
Our highlights for the season were when we were able to stay battling through a game until the 13th inning, and then 2 days later, we played the same team and battled to the 10th inning. And when our pitchers kept us in lots of the games when our offense wasn't doing that good. And when Fred finally got a chance to bat and got pegged in the back immediately.
All right, thanks, guys. So the first thing, you're just going to step forward because you already got the award in your packet, is our scholar athlete. So the boys baseball just finished short as a team with an 89.29, really close. But we had 7 scholar athletes: Chase Barrup, Connor Bigelow, Dominic Capichetti, Charles Fisher, Jack Franz, James Huffman, and Richard Villa. All right, Athletic Achievement Award winners. You guys are going to go right around front here. Dylan Bartlett and Grayson Richardson. Team MVP, Dominic Capichetti. Nice. Frontier League All-Stars, Chase Barrup, Dominic Capichetti, and James Huffman. And last but certainly not least, our Heart of a Champion Award winner, Connor Bigelow. All right, thank you, boys baseball. Next up is our golf team.
It easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand and take it easy.
Either way, if you got one, that's fine. I got this too. All right, presenting for golf, Anna Kernow and Liz Eggleston.
Oh, you have to come out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hi, I'm Anna Kernow,
And I'm Liz Eggleston.
and we are a part of the golf team. We would like to first start off thanking Coach Bennett and Coach Steblin. Without you guys, we wouldn't have had the season we had. Thank you to Coach Bennett for fixing our swings and making us more successful in our matches, and making us better players every time we play. Thank you, Coach Steblin, for the ice cream sandwiches at practice and getting food with us every time after a match. You have always been our support when complaining about how nervous we were about our opponents and how we would be worried we wouldn't shoot very well. You always said the right things to us, and we are very thankful for that. We would also like to thank our parents for being our support throughout the season, always cheering us on and during the rough golf days. Also, a huge thank you to Mr. Alexander and Miss Paluzzi and the athletic office staff. We wouldn't have any sports without your help.
We also cannot forget about Mr. Decker driving us to and from the course and matches. Thank you for putting up with us. Lastly, we would like to thank our teammates for there never being a dull moment and making it an unforgettable season. Throughout the season, many memories were made, but the ones we will never forget are the bus rides to and from the courses. Even though we were nervous, we all managed to laugh the whole way there. The connection the team has is one we will never forget. We all lifted each other up and made each practice, all 4 of them, and the 20 matches something to look forward to. We could never be more grateful for this team and coaches. Thank you.
Great job. So for golf, let's get into the Scholar Athlete Award winners. Of course, I can't find where I put it. So for golf, they had a 92.42 average, so made the Scholar Athlete Team Award in 7 people: Elizabeth Eggleston, Eric Frank, William Frank, Sean Hinchy, David McCraney, Carly Pledger, and Aiden Stevens. We didn't have any Athletic Achievement Award winners. Golf, we didn't have a golf team for a long time, and we kind of reestablished it 3 years, and we're trying to get it going. So hopefully next year we'll have some Athletic Achievement Award winners, or in the near future, because we're still doing a good job of building. MVP, Eric Frank. And Heart of a Champion Award winner, Aiden Stevens. Well done, golf. Yes, you guys are all set. Our next team is the boys lacrosse team. Presenting tonight for the boys lacrosse team is Connor McMahon.
Okay. Hello, my name is Connor McMahon. We would like to thank Coach Altieri for working with us every day, Coach Narowski for bringing lots of balls, and Coach Brown for playing the tunes during practice. And also the underclassmen carrying all the equipment. Some memorable moments were beating TI in overtime on senior night, team dinners, Kane getting hit pregame, wink, and then missing the first half of the game. Zach showing up to practice in jeans, classic, And then talking to Coach Narowski about Trailer Park Boys. Great show. Our team strengths were hard work, playing physical, just really beating up on cocky Syracuse schools, and just playing every team tough. Highlights of our season were beating TAI on senior night, whooping up on Fulton because the coach is Coach Altieri's cousin, and overall just tossing the rock around with the boys every game and playing hard. Thank you.
All right, boys lacrosse, we get into the Scholar Athlete Award. Boys lacrosse had a 93.86 average, 14 athletes qualifying. Riley Alexander, Carter Bayline, Jack Countryman, Tim Heath, Connor Jones, Connor Lewis, Brady Lynch, Connor McMahon, Drew Netto, Aaron Russell, Tracker Sands, Bruce Shawcross, Caden Smith, Nathan Taylor, all with a 90 or better average. Athletic Achievement Award winners, Riley Alexander, Brady Lynch, Kane Lynch, Connor McMahon, Drew Netto, and Emery Staley. Team MVP, Brady Lynch. Team All-Stars, Brady Lynch, Connor McMahon, Riley Alexander, Kane Lynch, Zach McMahon, Aaron Russell, and Trevor Shawcross. Heart of a Champion Award winner, Nathan Taylor. All right, great job, boys lacrosse. Next up, girls lacrosse.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the microphones, and they wanna know. If you are what you
All right, representing girls lacrosse, Michaela Dellis, Brelyn Lalonde, and Raven Marcel.
My name is Brelyn, and we would first like to thank our parents, family members, and fans for your endless encouragement and being our biggest cheerleaders in rain, shine, or the snow. And we would also like to thank our coaches for their passion for the game, tireless commitment to our development, and their consistent belief in our potential that has fueled our journey every step of the way. Thank you for your unwavering support and for being the driving force behind our success.
Some memorable moments were when we had a team dinner after senior night with all of our wonderful families, when we were tied with South Jeff going into the fourth quarter, senior night when almost all of our seniors scored, and the bonding between the team throughout the season through the highs and lows. Some of our team strengths were that we come together as a team when we are in tough situations. We trust each other as and are there for one another no matter what. And we have a strengths on both ends of the field and in the middle, and our biggest strength is the amount of effort and heart we put into this sport.
Some highlights from our season. We had a 16-3 record. We outscored all our opponents 274 to 124 in 19 games. We went undefeated in all of our non-league games for the 6th year in a row. We finished the season ranked 5th in the section and 1st in our class. We may have fell short a goal in our sectional championship, but it was still a dominant season that we faced a lot of adversity together.
All right, so the Scholar Athlete Award winners. And girls lacrosse had a 96.25 average with 12 Scholar athletes: Briley Amato, Hannah Call, Callie Dellis, Michaela Dellis, Abriana Foltz, Maya Hunter, Breland Lalone, Allison Lamora, Raven Marcel, Cora Russell, Natalie Sherwood, and Lily Walsh. Athletic Achievement Award winners: Carolina Bernard, Michaela Dellis, Maya Hunter, Breland Lalone, Raven Marcel, and Kylie Payne. Team MVP, Raven Marcel. Frontier League All-Stars, Bella Davis, Michaela Dellis, Breland Lalone, Allison Lamora, Raven Marcel, Callie Dellis, Kira Lalone, Lillian Walsh. Heart of a Champion Award winner, Maya Hunter. Great job, girls. Next up, boys outdoor track. Representing boys outdoor track, Josh Busanet, Bryson Dwayne, and Joey Rapp.
I'm Joseph Rapp. I'm the captain of the track team. We would like to thank our coaches for putting up with us every day and helping us grow and become better and stronger athletes throughout the season. Thank you to all the parents and friends who came and supported us and cheered us on. Some memorable moments were when our 4x4 team got a chance at earning the state qualification meet just for Kevin to false start and get us disqualified, making the hour-and-a-half bus ride pointless for the 4x4 runners. Our team strengths were how close we were as a group. We would always push each other to become better. Highlights from our season was when I won the 110-meter hurdles in the Frontier League, becoming the Frontier League champion, and the 4x1 team consisted of Antonio, Jeremiah, Josh, and Roger also winning the Frontier League and becoming the champions. And then Bryson throwing 130 in discus in the sectional meet in his last throw to get him into the state qualification meet while also beating his personal record. And then as to the underclassmen, I wish you the best of luck in the following years.
All right, boys track scholar athlete. Boys track had an 87.21 average with 8 scholar athletes: Josiah Adams, Josh Billings, Kevin Garcia, General McCoy, Edson Oliveira, Duran, Joe Rapp, Mason Rowley, Lincoln Wilbur. Boys Outdoor Track Athletic Achievement Award, Joey Rapp. For outdoor track and field, there's a track MVP and a field MVP. So the MVP for the track was Joey Rapp, and the field, Michael Rush. Frontier League All-Stars, Antonio Rivera, Jeremiah Ewing, Josh Poussinet, Roger Richards, and Joseph Richards. So we'll work on this one. Maybe Joey Rapp was an all-star. Yeah. All right. So Joey Rapp. And our Heart of a Champion Award winner, Josh Poussinet. All right, boys outdoor track. Great job. Next up, girls outdoor track. Representing girls outdoor track, Mackenzie Adams and Allie Van Tassel.
We would first like to thank Coach Bretch and Coach Kuba for all of the time they put in to ensure a successful year with each individual athlete. We had a very successful season this year with a team full of girls who are all dedicated to improving not only for their personal times and heights, but we're also devoted to seeing the team progress. We had a record of 4-3 with a few very close meets. We ended second place in the Frontier League A division, and we had 22 girls qualified for sectionals, and many of them went on to compete at the state qualifier meet.
Our 4x400 relay were the Frontier League All-Stars, and that consisted of Olivia, Mary, Megan, Jada, and Savannah. Our 4x100 relay were Frontier League Meet Champions, and that was Kayla, Jada, Madison, and Cleopatra. Alina Riley was the Frontier League Meet High Jump Champion. Aisha Black was a Frontier League All-Star for the shot put and discus. Jada Thorpe broke the 400-meter dash record of a time of 1 minute, 0.04 seconds. Mackenzie Adams won the Frontier League Pentathlon for the 3rd consecutive year. She broke a 23-year-old record with a score of 2,669 points. We are very fortunate enough to have a very young team and wish the girls best of luck in their upcoming seasons.
Excellent. All right. Girls outdoor track had a 93.77 average with 24 scholar athletes. So Mackenzie Adams, Jayla Allen Holiday, Lexi Bates, Sarah Benoit, Kayla Cavalier, Sonny Davis, Jordan Howard, Megan Jones, Cleo Kalunda, Sasha Montresser, Carly Neal, Anna Payne, Elena Riley, Avery Ringette, Haley Ringette, Olivia Sanford, Tyler Swedler, Mary Solar, Layla Stinson, Maddie Timmons, Allie Van Tassel, Olivia Verne, Savannah Verne, and Emma Yancey. That might be a record for the most scholar athletes on a team, I think, so far. Girls Outdoor Track Athletic Achievement Award winners, Mackenzie Adams, Asia Black, Haley Ringette, Allie Van Tassel. MVP for the track, Cleopatra Kalunda. And MVP for the field, Mackenzie Adams. Frontier League All-Stars, Mackenzie Adams, Aisha Black, Kayla Cavalier, Megan Jones, Cleopatra Kalunda, Elena Riley, Mary Solar, Jada Thorpe, Maddie Timmons, Olivia Verne, Savannah Verne. And Heart of a Champion Award winner for Girls Outdoor Track, Anna Payne. Excellent job, girls. Next up, softball.
I was like, good gracious, bodacious, flirtatious, trying to show patience. I'm waiting for the right time to shoot my steez. You know, waiting for the right time to flash them keys. And I'm leaving, please believe in. Me and the rest of my heathens. Checking out a lock at the top of the Four Seasons. Penthouse, rooftop, birds I'm feeding. No deceiving, nothing up my sleeving. No teasing. I need you to get up on again.
Representing softball, Jasmine Acevedo, Victoria Noon, and Mallory Strife.
Hello, I'm Victoria Noon, and we would like to thank Coach Call and Coach Larkin for always being there for us and picking it up when we need us the most, telling us to keep going and believing in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. I would also like to thank our supporters, like families and friends, for cheering us on when we were down. Shocker, right? And lastly, a special thank you to Miss Call for being loud and proud at every game and rewarding us with her delicious treats, no matter the outcome of our performance.
Some memorable moments about the season was when Nola took a trip into the mud right before a game in front of every single parent you could imagine there. We sang and we danced to Umbrella by Rihanna in our last game after watching it pour all over the JCC turf. Jazz, Ray, and Alyssa all scored 3 home runs against Watertown, and boy, were they pissed. And the last memorable moment was when Jasmine zoomed past right by Grace on the bases, and I don't really know how you can do that in softball, but it happened. Sorry, Coach.
Some of our team strengths were the resilience we maintained after every bad inning, or even after every bad game, to return, forget our mistakes, and do better the next time. We also all had a strong relationship with each other and our coaches, which allowed us to trust one another in fulfilling our roles on the team and for the support and laughter whenever needed at practice and during games.
Lastly, some highlights from the season were when we got our first win of the season against Watertown, when we played at JCC twice and went 2-0. We won both games, if you don't know that. And when Katie Call came to our games to cheer us on and coach us, hashtag first base coach. And when we came off from a week off of no practice or anything, practice once and beat Carthage. Thank you.
Softball had a 92.86 average, and there was 7 scholar athletes: Jasmine Acevedo, Samantha Booth, Mia Cuppernell, Amaya Hicks, Victoria Noon, Mara Stone, and Mallory Strife. Softball Athletic Achievement Award winners: Jasmine Acevedo, Samantha Booth, Mia Cuppernell, Victoria Noon, Alyssa Ojeda, and Mallory Strife. Team MVP, Rayleigh Rapp. Frontier League All-Stars, Jasmine Acevedo and Rayleigh Rapp. And our Heart of a Champion Award winner, Tori Noon. Awesome job, girls. Next up, boys tennis.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be surfing like California. You'd see them wearing their baggies, Warachi sandals too, a bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. You'll catch them surfing at
All right, representing tennis, Drake Phelan and Javi Sherbino.
Hello, my name is Drake Phelan, and this is
Javier Sherbino.
And we are representing the boys varsity tennis team. This year, the varsity tennis team made some outstanding progress. Although our record was not the greatest, every one of us improved greatly in our skills. This year, the team was comprised of all brand new players, except for me being the only returner. We were able to defeat Carthage twice this spring, and we had 4 athletes qualify for sectionals in Utica.
Yosef Kokos, me, Mikel Rathbun, Avery Knotts were both double teams that represented Indian River in the individual sectional tournament. Some memorable moments this season was watching Xavier run laps every time he swore. Our senior night ice cream party was a blast. Practicing out in the rain, even though practice was canceled, and watching Mikel and Jundito run.
That's it. Just a little bit more. We'd like to thank Coach Callahan for his leadership in developing a pretty good tennis team given the situation. He would always make practice entertaining. We would also like to thank our athletic office for all the hard work in making this banquet a success. So, thank you.
Great job, guys. All right, scholar athlete for the boys tennis, they were at an 88.67. They had 3 scholar athletes, Daniel Kim, Josh Park, and Drake Phelan. As you heard them say, we have pretty much all new tennis players this year, except for one, so we had no Athletic Achievement Award winners. Our team MVP for tennis, Drake Phelan. Frontier League All-Stars have not been announced yet. And Heart of a Champion winner, Joshua Park. All right, that's our boys tennis team. As they make their way to their seats, I did talk about 3-sport athletes earlier. We had 76 total 3-sport athletes. I'm not going to read all 76 names, but if you were a 3-sport athlete this year, please stand up. All 76 of you, stand up. And then we're going to give you a round of applause. I think the participation in interscholastic athletics makes a huge difference in our school and our community, and participating in 3 sports for the whole year is the epitome of that. Any coaches at any level would tell you to play as many sports as you can for development as a person. So I'm glad that the 76 that just stood up bucked the trend of specialization and represented their school well in all 3 seasons. We are going to move on to our next portion of the ceremony, and that's our Impact Award winners. These are 3 categories of impact. One was a coach, another is athlete, and another one would be athletic supporters, fans, spectators, parents. So I'm going to call the first category up, and I'll call their names. You guys can come up. We'll get your certificate, and then we'll read what was said about these 3 people. The first one was Coach Drew Bretsch, Coach Jamie Call, and Coach Chris Brown. I love all the awards that we give out tonight, but the Impact Award is special because this is nominated by athletes or parents or people who thought that these coaches and athletes and honorees made a difference. We had quite a few nominations. I narrowed it down to some of them here today, and it's my great honor to recognize these people. So we'll just go through this quick. So Coach Drew Bretsch, it was said he's the coach that everyone needs. Very supportive of everyone, makes people actually want to show up for practice. He's also funny and lifts you up when you're having a bad day. Coach Call, no matter the score of the game or our record, he never gave up on the team. He worked with us through summer ball over the summer and prepared us for varsity softball. He's loud. He will tell you on the basis if you don't make the smart move. They already talked about Jasmine, so I won't add that to this one. He will give you constructive criticism. He could care less if it hurts your feelings as long as it affects you in the way he wanted to. He is the best coach to have. He knows every single thing about softball that you could think of. Thank you, Coach Call, for saving the fruit in your lunch just for the team to eat it on the way to games or practices. And always thank you for pushing us to be the best. And Coach Chris Brown. Chris is a volunteer assistant and easily one of the best around. His dedication to the kids is unmatched, and he truly cares deeply about them. Coach Brown also volunteers some time with youth lacrosse as well. Coaches like Coach Brown make everyone excited for the future of Indian River Lax and even represent the future of Indian River athletics. Congratulations. So we're going to move into our Impact Award for athletes. Kind of long list that I was able to narrow down. So we have Jasmine Acevedo, the varsity boys tennis team, Liz Eggleston, Josiah Salsa Askernes, and Raven Marcel. Come on up. Yes, the whole varsity boys tennis team. This is a little different, but it's cool. All right, that was a long one. So we're going to get into what was said. So Jasmine, she is always smiling. It doesn't matter if she had a bad weekend or a bad day. She comes to practice and she smiles. She cheers everyone up, and she's the type of person you would want to be on the same team as. She's the best outfielder you could get. She's always looking on the bright side as well. My favorite memory of us is when I would go to shortstop and she would go to left field and we would play tag running out there, even if we're losing. Love you, Jimmy. The next one, like I said, this is different. It's the varsity boys tennis team. This group of newcomers came together to learn and grow as a unit, and their enthusiasm and desire to improve was contagious. They had great attitudes and combined to improve daily through practices and matches. They were truly excited to be a part of something bigger than themselves and loved working and growing together. It was an honor to coach them, and I loved coming to practices where every day new and exciting moments would make us all laugh, which created a memorable year. Congrats to all who decided to try something new and step out of their comfort zone. I just wanted to share a little bit of a quick story because the tennis team, they did practice in the rain. So normally we're just don't let anyone go out in the fields and practice. So I looked outside my window and there's kids out playing tennis in the rain. And I'm like, wow, Coach Callahan, he is dedicated. Then I realized Coach had canceled practice and left. These guys were out in the rain. And I didn't have the heart to go out and tell them, guys, you can't be out there. So they kept practicing. Really inspirational, the enthusiasm that they had for that sport. And especially for our tennis team, which sometimes get overlooked. So I was excited every day to see these guys because they were so excited. The next one, Liz Eggleston. Liz is a second-year player on a team that grew from 6 players to over 20 in a year. She was an outstanding mentor and leader to the new members, especially the girls. She showed them the ropes in practices and matches. She would help them calm down before matches and would give them advice and pointers about certain situations. She's always open to advice and pointers that would improve her own game as well. She also had a car when some of the players could hide from the rain during practice. The team was lucky to have Liz on it, and she will be greatly missed by her teammates and coaches. Now, I'm going to read this again about Josiah. I already talked a little bit about him earlier. Salsa stepped up when the team needed him in the most challenging position in sports. We said it earlier. He made 78 saves this year, and it was his first time being a goalie. And he also had some of the best outlet passes we have ever seen. Good job, Salsa. And if I know right, it's Salsa's second year playing lacrosse and first year picking up goalie, so that's pretty impressive. I know I wouldn't want to stand in there and get hit with the ball. It takes a special group of people to do that, Coach. And last but certainly not least, and of all, Raven has had all kinds of awards throughout the years, and it's going to Albany, but this is the type of person she is, so I'm glad we're able to honor you tonight with what really, really matters. So, yeah. Raven is an incredible athlete and teammate. She makes everyone around her a better player because of her work ethic and leadership. My daughters have been blessed to play with such a wonderful athlete in person. Raven will be greatly missed, but I know she will continue to do amazing things on the field. Thanks, Raven, for always giving your all right to the end. We will miss seeing you play at Indian River. All right, so those are our Impact Award athletes. Thank you. And our third category is our fan and supporter. I put fan here, but it takes a whole bunch of different things here. So we have 2 that we chose here, and the first one is Luciano Alteri. And the second one is parent James Huffman. All right, this is what was said about Luch. Luciano has been a ball boy for IR football, but more recently, water ball boy for Indian River Lax. He takes his job so serious, and his work ethic is admirable. The coaching staff had received multiple comments from officials on his performance and dedication. We are blessed to have the best water ball boy in Section 3. Coach Murtha used to say D1, I think it was to Riley when he did this when he was younger, so I think you're getting up there to D1, man. Mr. Huffman has dedicated so much time the last few years of doing the books for the varsity baseball team. This is not an easy task, especially if you have ever been to any of our games. Not only is he there to watch his kid play baseball, he completes the books, cheers on the whole team, and remains calm, cool, and collected, and always has a positive attitude. He even updates parents when they ask him questions on the game. I'm sure he has heard 1,000 times a game, what's the score, how many outs, how many innings, who's up in the lineup, who does the other team have coming up, etc. He always answers everyone with such kindness. We need more people like him. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, we're getting close to the end, right on time. Not as long as Caesar wants to make it seem. All right, I want to finish tonight with, again, something a little different here. The first thing before I get into closing, when I get into closing, stop, please. Stop, please. If you didn't receive an award in your packet that you know you were supposed to get, please come to the athletic office. We process a ton of awards. We try to be perfect, but it's hard to be perfect, so we will make it right. Just come to the athletic office. Parents, if your child, if your athlete is missing that, just contact us tomorrow or have them contact us, and we'll take care of it. So in closing, I want to finish tonight with honoring our traditions. As we start a new chapter here at Indian River and a transition to a new logo, I want to talk about a few things. First of all, if you're an Indian River alumni, please stand up. So any Indian River alumni, I want to see how many people are in here. So take a look at that. That's pretty cool. What? Thank you. What I want to say is once a warrior, always a warrior. Many of you have used that mantra to express the commitment you have had to the Indian River community, and that commitment is undeniable as you are still here supporting us today. For many of you, your parents, your even grandparents, and now you have a child or a grandchild here at Indian River. The change in logo does not change anything. Being an Indian River Warrior is more than just a name. It's a demonstration of community strength. We will need you to continue that community strength for our future Indian River students, even if they go by a different name. Once a warrior, always a warrior, even as we embrace that new name. Second, class of 2024, please stand up. So if you're in the class of 2024, stand up. These are the last warriors. All of you have had the unique experience to be the bridge. You stood strong together as warriors, but were also able to help us through some difficult process and forge a future that embedded the past. You are always warrior strong, even as you come back next year and support your underclass teammates as Wolves. The last group is, I think, everybody else. So I'm talking juniors down to kids that go to Indian River. These are our future Wolves. Please stand up. Go ahead. Please stand up. The torch is going to be handed to you. Many years ago, I think somebody said 1959, the district went through some changeovers. A lot of people had pride in Antwerp High School and Theresa High School and Philly and all the high schools they went to, but the district unified into one district, the Indian River District, and they were the Warriors, and they took that and ran with it. It was a new thing that probably some of them didn't want to have happen. But they made the most of it, and all I hear from those people who did that about how positive that was and great stories of the times that they had as we became Indian River. So, future Wolves, your torch gets handed to you. Like I said, you will be our first Indian River Wolves, pioneers just like those people long ago. All of you know what it means to be a warrior, and that doesn't change. You will have new uniforms and logos and cheers and lots of cool things to come. Just remember, as we embrace you becoming wolves, the tradition set forth by the warriors before you is what makes us Indian River today. Warriors to wolves is still Indian River. No one can ever take away strength, honor, support, community, and many of the other traditions that made us warriors. And they have been established here at Indian River. In the future of wolves, dare I say, we will defend them as valiantly as ever, because that is who we are together. It's time to wrap. I just want to make sure that we look at that, because there is a transition coming. As I wrap up, please be on the lookout for information that we're going to post on Parent Square. I'll probably put some stuff out on Facebook and our website regarding the surplus of uniforms and other related gear. At some point next week, we're going to be giving current students a chance to have all the uniforms that you wore this year. So I'm going to give information about that. Then we're going to be surplusing the uniforms and other items to the Indian River Booster Club, who's going to get a plan so community members can have a chance to acquire warrior gear. Additionally, athletes that are not seniors, be on the lookout for our fall season sign-up information along with our 24-25 plan. So you can sign up for sports for the fall. We're looking at a July timeframe for that on final forms. Thank you for everyone who attended today, and have a safe trip home.